Strong metal unified design, dual cameras that actually work, stock Android interface and guarantee of Android updates. There are many things that the Xiaomi Mi A1 promised and it delivered. Can the Mi A2 deliver same promises? Is the new latest Xiaomi phone, the Mi A2, have the same impact as the Mi A1? You're watching India Today Tech. I'm Rahul Sethi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's unbox the phone you've been waiting for long now and take a look at all of its features, specs and its design. Let's begin. So this is the box the Mi A2 comes in. Since the phone has not been launched in India, you won't find the price on the box. Xiaomi is launching the phone on August 8. There are some India specific features, but sadly it doesn't include a headphone jack. First is that the phone is made in India, so all the units being sold in India are made in India. That is what Xiaomi says. Then there is another color specifically for Indian market. There is a rose gold variant which Xiaomi has not launched in the global market. Then Xiaomi will not be launching the 4GB, 32GB variant, that is a base variant on the product. We have already told you the European prices in our previous video and you can take a look at that. And we'll take a look at the detailed specs of the phone as well. But first let's quickly unbox the phone and take it out of the wraps. So we can quickly take a look at the design and everything else as well and the box contents. So this is the Mi A2. The first thing up front is a back cover which was not present on the Mi A1. So let's take a look at the back cover. It's not fully transparent as I can see, has a black tinge to it, but something is better than nothing, right? So you get a back cover that will protect the Mi A2 from scratches. Then there is a user guide that tells you how to set up your Mi A2. It's only in English, I don't see a Hindi version of it. Then there is a warranty information which tells you what all things are covered under warranty and for what period. Next, there is the phone itself. So this is the Mi A2 guys. Feels slightly thinner than the Mi A1. And it's a deep black color, not the grey variant that we saw on some phones like the OnePlus 5. Let's keep it aside and take a look at the other box contents. You get fast charging on the device. The Xiaomi Mi A2 has fast charge 3.0 on the international variant, but on the Indian variant you get fast charge 4.0. The Mi A2 gets only a 10-watt charger. Next there is a Type-C USB cable which looks quite long, but the quality is not that great. Also in the box is a Type-C to headphone converter. Since the phone does not have a headphone jack, you will require this if you want to use regular headphones with the device. Now let's take a look at the Mi A2. The design is quite amazing. For a phone at this price, you get a full metal unibody design. The cameras are slightly jutting out of the body like the Redmi Note 5, and you'll see the antenna lines are not very prominently visible on the black variant. The fingerprint scanner is also placed at the back and it's a circular fingerprint scanner. At the bottom you'll see there's a Mi logo with the Android One logo as well. If you take a look at the ports at the bottom, you'll see there is a Type-C USB port and speaker grill on the both side. We'll check if both of them are speakers or the one is only for show. Next, at the top you'll see there's the front camera and the earpiece. It's not a notch display phone, so you'll see there is a good amount of bezel if you compare it to a notch phone. At the top you'll see Xiaomi still maintains an IR blaster and there's a secondary microphone for noise cancellation. On the left there is the SIM card slot, and let's pull it out to take a look at the slots. So SIM card tray looks like it will take only a single SIM, but it's a dual SIM slot, which means that you won't be able to expand the storage on the device. You can only add 2 SIM cards. The volume rocker and the lock button are placed on the right and they are very tactile. They're made out of the same material as the body, that is, they're made out of metal and have a very good feedback. So overall the design of the Mi A2 is very nice for its price. It has a matte finish at the back and the phone is quite thin. It's almost as thin as the OnePlus phones, and the build quality is also quite amazing. Though there are 2 major drawbacks with the design: you don't get a headphone jack and you also don't have the expandable storage on the device. Now let's quickly set up the phone and take a look at the software, which is one of the highlights of the smartphone. So I've set up the Mi A2 and this is how the software looks like. The home screen is very similar to what we saw on the Pixel 2, and in fact the wallpaper is also very similar. You'll see there's the app drawer and there are folders on the home screen with Google apps and Xiaomi apps. There are 3 Xiaomi apps on the phone pre-installed: the Mi Drop, the feedback and the file manager. The Mi A1 came with a Mi Remote app, but it's not present on the Mi A2. But great part is the interface is totally stock. It's under the Android One project, so you'll see no heavy skinning, no custom UI, no overlays, just pure simple stock. And that is the amazing part about Mi A2. You'll see the settings menu is very simple to find things, and all the enhancements of the Android 8.1 Oreo are available on the phone. The Mi A2 runs Android 8.1 out of the box, and Xiaomi will be giving you updates for at least 2 years on the phone. Also, it's pretty fast. You'll see apps launch much faster than what we saw on the Mi A2, partly because it has better chipset and partly because the Android 8.1 Oreo is more optimized than the Android Nougat we saw on the Mi A1. But whatever it be, the app switching, the app launch and all the interface works quite fast. Also, I feel the ergonomics of the phone is quite nice. I can use it with one hand, and the phone has a curved back, so it feels quite friendly in the hands. The corners are also curved and you get a very good hold on the device. It's quite grippy. On the bottom you'll see that the capacitive keys also have the same design, and you can switch the orientation from the settings menu. The settings menu has a search bar, so you can search for anything you're looking for directly. I've set up the fingerprint scanner on the device and I found it to be not very fast, as we saw on the Redmi Note 5, and this was the case with the Mi A1 also. Its fingerprint scanner was not as fast as other Redmi phones, but it's very much improved if you compare it with the Mi A1. The IPS LCD display on the phone has full HD plus resolution. So let's quickly take a look at the picture quality you get on the device by playing a YouTube video. So only one of the speaker grills actually has a speaker, the other is just for show. But anyways, the display on the Mi A2 looks quite good. The brightness is not that high as I would have expected, but yes, the quality of the display is quite good. You see the colors are nicely rendered and the display overall is quite sharp. The viewing angles are also nice, and since it's an IPS panel, you can expect the colors to be accurate as well. Though I do feel if you compare it with the Redmi Note 5 Pro, the contrast doesn't seem to be as good, but that is something we'll only be able to tell you after our in-depth comparison. Now let's take a look at the cameras on the phone. While the interface on Mi A2 is from Google, its camera app is not. You'll see the camera app is taken from Xiaomi and it has a lot of features. You get a portrait mode, a square camera, panorama and a manual mode as well. While on the left, you'll see there is a short video option and a video option. On the top you'll find there's a flash option, HDR, filters and some other customization options. Now let's switch to the front camera and see if what all modes are available. On the left, the video and short video options are still available, and on the right you'll see there's a portrait mode as well, but it will not be as good as the rear camera because there's only single sensor available and it will be software based. Next, there's also a square photo mode option, and if you switch to panorama, the phone switches to the rear camera, which means the panorama option is not available for the front camera. Now let's take a look at the quality of the photo you get from the front camera. You'll see the HDR automatically switches on if there's a lot of light in the frame, which is quite nice. Also, the AF is not only recognizing my face, it's also recognizing some objects around, which proves the fact that Xiaomi said it is AI based, so it's not only detecting faces, it's detecting objects and will be able to maintain focus all throughout. The details are quite good, though I see the colors are slightly oversaturated, not very close to the real part, but yes, the details captured by the phone is quite amazing. The AF on the rear camera is also quite nice. I'm moving a white object against a white object, but the phone is able to figure out and lock focus quite quickly. And you'll see the macro focus is also very good on the phone. Photos taken from the rear camera have sharp outlines and good color production, though we expected a little more details, especially in the outdoor shots. Macro shots do have good sharpness as well, and the colors are not oversaturated, which is good. What looks better this time compared to Mi A1, I feel, is the low light shots. Due to a wider aperture, the phone captures more light in indoor shots. This is true in portrait photos as well. Like Mi A1, the bokeh mode is flawless on the Mi A2. There's no edge blurring, no over sharpening, and the photos come out to be clean with great background blur. In low light, you do need to keep your hand steady, but then the kind of portrait photos Mi A2 clicks is amazing. In contrast, the front camera captures good details. In low light, the details come in handy and the selfie is quite bright, but the skin tones are slightly off balance. Thanks to EIS, the rear camera footage is very stable. This is a full HD footage. The front camera lens has a narrow angle and is not as stable as the rear camera, but yes, it also captures good amount of light. And even when you're shooting against light, it manages to keep the face clear. So this is the Mi A2, guys. Quite an amazing device from Xiaomi. The stock Android takes the experience to next level, though a lot hinges on the price of the Mi A2. Follow India Today Tech, as we'll be giving regular updates about the device, and we'll be giving you a in-depth review of the phone by the time the phone launches on August 8th. So tune in to our channel, subscribe, and also don't forget to watch our videos. And if you have liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel to get the latest videos on technology. Thank you for watching.